Of Catholic Charities of Jackson, Lenawee, and Hillsdale, Ken Veenstra. Ken, welcome back.
Thank you, Bart. Thanks for having me back. I appreciate it and appreciate the time.
Sure. We hinted that you guys have a fundraiser that's like a 5K, but there's it's 0K.
It's 0K. We didn't want to physically stress too many people out, so we want to be accessible to everybody. It's a little tongue in cheek. But the racing part started last Friday on the 7th, and it's the peer-to-peer fundraising idea where you get your online teams together, and then you come up with your way to try to get people to put money into the kitty, basically, and that is the race to who can actually get the most money for their team, and they will get this lovely medal. First, second, and third place that just came from ImageCraft right off of their laser printer. Fancy stuff these days. So the teams will.
So they're competing for this.
They're competing for that, and probably there's going to be some other prize to be associated with it for each level as well. So.
But and they don't have 5K. It's half hour, but your thing is a whole month.
It's 2 weeks for this. There's a 2-week window for that, so we have a chance to to be able to tidy things up and figure out who the winners are, but then everybody who shows up is going to be a winner because there's a lot of other things happening at the event as well. But that's just it's an interesting thing. We wanted to try it out from a fundraising standpoint since it's one of the newest things that's going around out there in the fundraising world. So.
The actual winner would be Catholic Charities.
Ultimately, we will be ultimately the winner. So and it would help fund all of our core programs.
Because I think this is the first time anyone's done a 0K, and I guess it's being done in other parts of the country. Yeah. You got to grasp it. It's different, and so you're giving people a little time to get their head around it.
Correct.
But there's a traditional in-person event at the end of this event.
Yep.
And you're selling tickets to that.
We are selling tickets for that. Those are available currently online. And that's what we're trying to encourage people. I know it's summer, there's a lot of things competing for people's time, but I promise you this is going to be chock full of excitement. We've got 3 hours of live music. We've got Cherry Creek. We've got Winery North of 12 that are going to be out there. We've got some great pulled pork sandwiches. We're going to have obviously the ubiquitous cornhole set up. We've got a silent auction as well, and there's a lot of businesses that have stepped up to give us a lot of items as well. And we've got underwriters for the event, Brazeway, Adrian, and Byswinger and Risner's real estate group. They're also part of the sponsorship package for us, and then a lot of local businesses. We've got Chateau Aeronautique, we've got Axe Play, we've got Grand River Brewery as part of the auction items, and so many more. So, yeah.
All right, so the event with all this is happening at St. Rita's.
St. Rita's out there right off of Hayes Road in Jefferson, and it's a great setting. What can you say? It's beautiful out there, and it won't rain.
It's an outdoor. It's going to be an outdoor event.
It's an outdoor event. We have tents set up so if there is any kind of inclement weather, we can actually retreat underneath the tents. So.
Where do you get your tickets? You buy your event tickets ahead of time?
You can buy them ahead of time would be great. Then we can give you your little package of your raffle tickets, your beverage tickets will be in there, and your ticket for your food. And but if not, you can still come to the gate, and you can get them right there, right at the date of the event.
Our viewers are familiar with Catholic Charities for another one of your fundraising events, and that's the St. Patrick's Irish Box Lunch. St. Patrick's Box Lunch that you guys do.
That is correct.
And that's huge.
That is, we were probably our most successful to date was this past year, or no, it was this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was great as well. It's a great it's like I think a tradition now.
It is a tradition now.
Yep.
And it sells out every year. You max out, which is where you want to be.
Yeah, over almost 1,100 lunches. So quite a few.
What are some of the things that the fundraising supports with Catholic Charities, Ken?
Right now, the biggest things, well, we do have, obviously, we have our counseling programs, and we have our adoption and foster care. But we are right now doing a renovation at our CAC here in Jackson. And all renovations are full of pratfalls and unexpected costs, and this is no different. So a lot of this is going to help to support the expansion of that project. So and of course we have our CTAC, that's our trauma centers. Big one is in Adrian, and we have senior transportation in our linen closet as well. Mm-hmm. So all these things cost money. So and we're always trying to develop sponsorships. We'll look at partnerships in the community with anybody. That's a new program that we're trying to implement, and hopefully once we can get past all of this, all the things that we're doing for this event, that we can start really to focus on just reaching out to the community and seeing who really wants to go down and partner.
Now, to follow along with the 0K, do you have like a leaderboard where can we see how it's going? There
is going to be, I think, part of it is embedded into the website. So I think at the website there is going to be an area where I think we're going to kind of show where it is through that. And bear with us, it is the first time that we're trying out all of this software and everything. So, I'm not saying we're Luddites, but we're trying.
So is this your brainchild?
This is not. This was a brainchild of our executive fundraising director, B. Cupperson. So and this was a couple of years right towards the end of the pandemic. I think a lot of people had time to sit around and dream up things. But I think this is her baby, really. I'm just tapped with kind of managing a lot of the aspects of getting a thing going and getting it to the finish line, I guess, or the starting line.
Yeah, get it to the starting line. You are in charge of getting it over the finish line,
so to speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be Catholic to participate or to take advantage of the event or to even receive the services of Catholic Charities.
Absolutely. We're open to everyone. We service everyone. We turn nobody away at Catholic Charities. If we can't help you, we will figure out how to refer you to the most appropriate place. That's just what we do.
How are the ticket sales going so far?
Well, I mean, they're going about as well as we can expect at this point. I'm putting a plea out there. It's going to be a great event. And I think in this day and age, a lot of things are kind of wait and see with people. Again, we're competing with a lot of events, and we're new, so I don't think that was on a lot of people's radar screens until recently. So, but
well, who doesn't want to win a 0K?
I agree.
And a fabulous medal.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, I hope you raise a lot of money and it's a big success.
Thanks, Bart. That's what we're hoping for.
Good to see you.
Good to see you again as well.
Working on the 0K fundraising event, not a run, for Catholic Charities, Development Coordinator for Catholic Charities, Ken Veenstra. That's it. We've run out of time. Thanks to Ken.